Hi, everyone. Welcome. Happy Friday night. It is that time of the week that we do love readings. Welcome in. My name is Crystal Dawn Doty. I'm your international angel intuitive, spiritual mentor, and author of What Would Angels Do, and a bunch of other programs. If you want to know more, you can go to crystaldoty.com. Tonight, we are talking about love. Who's ready for some love? We are going to be looking at all signs. Oh, why it's like this. Okay, maybe that's good. Hi, welcome in. We're going to be doing all signs. So if you know your sun sign, you can definitely use that. That's your main sign that you look at all of your astrology with. If you know what your moon and your ascendant is, you can look at those too. You can also watch for your friends. That is right. Sorry, you guys. I am just making sure both my cameras up. I'm on Facebook and YouTube. Just in case one of them starts to not behave, we have a backup. I'm going to get right to it. I usually chat, but tonight it's Friday night. I have done readings all day. I'm tired. I'm ready. I'm ready to go watch movies with my kids and seriously not be psychic for a minute. So we're going to get through this. I'm going to do fire signs first. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What's up, Carrie? How you doing? If you guys want to make sure you get my notifications, all you have to do is push the three little dots, or if you are on YouTube, just subscribe, and then you'll get notifications from when I go live. And FYI, I think that YouTube does a lot better of a job notifying you than Facebook does. That's just been my observation. Hello, Courtney. Hello, Missy. Okay, we're starting with fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. These cards are for you, and I'm asking that your angels be very close to me. I'm asking that your guides be here, your ancestors, and basically any higher being that is invested in your highest good in moving forward with love. And these cards are for you. I'm just getting guidance for what my Aries, Leo, Sagittarius need to know about their love lives. And this applies for you live and on the replay. Remember, you guys want to share. We are always expanding our community here online, and you want to tag people into the comments if you don't want to share it. Okay, here we go. Tag your friends. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, what do you need to know about your love life this week? Chemistry. Ooh, yeah, I like that card. Chemistry makes us feel good. It talks about chemicals in our brains being released because someone is stimulating that. We're feeling good. We're feeling attracted and attractive. And, love is in the air here for you, fire signs. There's a strong magnetic attraction to someone. If you're in a relationship or if you're not, somebody is definitely, the pheromones are going. Someone smells good. Something feels really, really good. Now, I'm going to be using my deck, the Modern Mystic. I've got some good news about these cards next week, you guys. I'm really excited to tell you my good news next week. Not going to right now, but I'm just going to give you a little teaser. Get some chemicals going. All right, here we go. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. In specific, what is this referring to? Here we go for Aries and Leo. And I'm putting them up here so you guys can see me draw them because somebody one time called me out on that. It was really weird. Aries, you have the High Priestess. So this is like a secret love. She's like, shh, don't tell anyone, but I have a crush on someone. So if you're in a relationship, Aries, this is just you being coy. Stop it. Express yourself. If you're not in a relationship, either remember these are general readings, somebody has a secret crush on you, or you kind of have a secret crush on them, or again, I feel like you're playing coy. Stop that. It's okay for you to act on the magnetism that you're feeling right now. That's the message I'm getting most of all, is that it's okay if you're feeling a strong magnetic attraction, address it, okay? You don't have to be so secretive. Some of you are waiting. You're waiting for something to happen. Maybe somebody's about to get a divorce or a breakup, or maybe you are and you don't want to say anything yet, but it's like crazy chemistry and crazy, strong feelings between the two of you. So there's Aries. Leo, ooh, you've got the Chariot card. So somebody's going to come in and move things around in your life very fast. And what I mean by that is your heart, right? Like the Chariot card is always talking about things moving very fast. You're flying high above the bullshit and the drama. And, that's you just getting high on chemical love, and just getting in the car and going. So this is a fast moving relationship because it's so hot and heavy. If you've had any blocks to a relationship, they're all opening up. They're getting better. You're moving forward. It's really awesome. I'm just, for both Aries and Leo so far, I just keep hearing go for it. Like, take a ride, unless, you're an Aries that's waiting for an appropriate time to do so. But otherwise, like, get in the car and ride. Sagittarius. Now, wow. Just an observation here, all my fire signs got major arcana cards. So this is a pretty major thing. This is probably not just a crush then, like I first said. Okay. It's probably like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling it. Sagittarius, you just need to stay balanced. Okay. Like, you might, even if you're in a relationship, all relationships go through waves and phases. And if it's been at a low, if it hasn't been super passionate, all of a sudden things are going to pick up, and you're going to want to call in sick to work. You're going to want to take the kids somewhere else. You're going to want to just be with your partner. That's wonderful. That you might be balancing out from a dry spell. If you're single, Sagittarius, I feel like you're just going to want to like leave your whole life and make it all about this person. Like, I feel like this chemistry, this person that's coming into your life is going to really like not knock you off, but you can kind of get a little punch drunk in love, right? So this is kind of a message to stay grounded, like go to work, keep doing what you're doing, and allow that relationship to just naturally blossom. Like I said, fire signs, you all have major arcana cards. This is a major chemistry moment. You are falling in the love. You are falling deep in the love, fire signs. And it feels good. That's the chemistry. It just tells me that, you're very attracted to somebody, and it feels good. Go with it. Go with it, unless it's not appropriate. Okay. Awesome. We're going to do air signs next. My Aquarians, Libras, and Geminis. How are my air signs? Please say hello. As I reshuffle these, how's everybody doing this Friday night? Thank you, Omira. I love my new background too. You guys are going to see some really fun backgrounds coming. I spent a little dough making it pretty. I think it's prettier than these blinds. You guys on YouTube, you kind of have like this landscape view so that you can kind of see the blinds. But Facebook, it's a lot prettier, I think, and the coloring's better on there too. Hey, Michelle. No, I just did fire signs. Paula, glad you're here. Katie, April, yay. So happy everyone's here. All right, we're going to do air signs. That's my Aquarians, Librans, and Geminis. Here we go. We're doing air right now, Rose. You came in right at the right time. Where are we for our air signs? I got to shuffle these again. Oh, it's Friday. Feels good. Here we go, air signs. Codependency. Rut-row. Air signs, check yourself. Check yourself quickly. How codependent are you feeling? Do you know what codependency means? Do you need to do some research? Are you just kind of feeling a little needy this week? Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So you could be addicted to a person. You could be addicted to drama. There's a lot of people out there addicted to drama, and y'all don't even know. Then you go and create drama so that you get your fix, and then it sucks, just like any other drug, right? If you have a heroin addict, they all hate themselves when the high is over, just like drama addicts or people who's addicted to a certain personality or things like that. So this is just a time to check yourself for addictions. And if you are addicted to a substance, how that might be affecting your love life, right? And then just, the people around you, how are you feeling a little needy? Are you feeling a little draining? Just so you guys know, there's no judgment on that. We all go through times in our lives where we're draining. There's no way around that. If you're going through a really hard time, if you're going through a breakup, if you've lost your job, whatever, right? Like, everybody gets a little needy and a little drainy sometimes. So this isn't a judgment. This is just to check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? Okay, let's get specific. Hello, Christine. No, we haven't done Earth yet. Belinda, oh my gosh, I love your emoji. She's like, great. It's all right. It's only a week, you guys. I'm not doing like lifelong readings right now. This isn't about your purpose. This is just a week. Let's just see what's going on. Here we go. Aquarius, Libra. And remember, this could be you or someone you know, because these are general readings. So if you're not really feeling that codependent, check the other people in your life. Aquarius. This is a guidance card. This is my traditions card. Just so you guys know, this is going to look a little different when the final cards come out. This is my deck. And this is really just my card talking about you need to go to God. Okay, so I'm just going to say some of you might be alcoholics or you might be with an alcoholic. And if that's not the case, I'll read you your energy in just a minute. But the first group that I'm thinking about right now is that this is let go and let God. This is the cure to all addiction, really, is to check what you're going to in place of God, right? Where are you going to get what you should be getting from God, basically? It reminds me of Alcoholics Anonymous. That's why I said some of you might be dealing with some alcoholism. Some of you might be in a relationship with someone who is. Some of you maybe were raised, by alcoholics, and that mentality is interrupting your love life. You guys have to understand that alcoholism really doesn't have anything to do with how much you drink. They always say it's not a drinking disease, it's a thinking disease. And there's a mentality here of codependency that maybe you're a little bit caught up in, or someone you know is, okay? So if it's not an alcoholic issue, this is still time to go to God, time to, make God and Goddess your relationships. Get really good there. And then, I've come to find just in my mystical path that the more centered I am in the relationship to myself, the better all my other relationships are. And so that's just kind of where you are, Aquarius. Libra, you have somebody who is wanting to make an offer. This is the romantic card. This is someone, and the reason I'm not happy about it is because we've got this card here, okay? So this is where I'm like, Libra, if someone is making you an offer, chasing you, flirting with you, asking you out, you need to do some research. This is a red flag. This is a heads up. You need to do some research and make sure that this person is not a closet alcoholic or that they don't have an addiction that might later on show up, okay? This is like, normally I'm so excited about the Knight of Water with anybody, right? Because it's romance and it's somebody that wants you, but it's a little tainted with the codependency card, okay? The other thing is I'm hearing don't be desperate, Libra. So if you're feeling very lonely and you're getting desperate, don't just go with anybody, okay? Because you might be getting yourself caught up with somebody who's not worthy of your attention and time. So again, all air signs across the board, checkity check before you wreckity wreck, okay? Just check yourself. If you're in a relationship, Libra, there is romance in the air, and I do feel like somebody is going to be recovering. I feel like you might know somebody who is in a rehab and they're like really getting grounded. If they're not in an actual rehab, they are in some sort of a rehabilitation. That could be an emotional rehabilitation. They're bettering themselves, and it's going to be really good for you. Gemini, you've got the retrograde card. So yeah, let's talk about this. We are in a Mercury retrograde, and we have a lot of other prominent planets that are in retrograde right now. We're all feeling it. But Gemini, I think that this is, retrogrades come to help us kind of review and look at things that we would normally kind of, hide under the rug. I personally love retrogrades. I feel like that is the juice of life. They are what provides us the reasons we come here, right? To Planet Earth School is to learn. And, just like in any other school, you have to review what you've learned so that you know it, right? And so that's kind of where we all are in respect to the retrogrades. But for you, Gemini, this is going to be a review of maybe a past codependent relationship that you're looking kind of in the past. You're like, what are some of the habits that I've been involved in that I can now, maybe you've attained enough tools, or you have done enough growth to where now you can really let it go or become at peace with it, forgive it, move on, something like that. This is, all of you are using a lot of discernment right now. Okay, air signs, just remember, you have the bullshit detector inside of you. You have intuition. And I just feel like all of you need to be really sniffing out the people around you, really being willing to take a hard look at yourself. It's a beautiful time to do that. And Gemini, I'm just going to say you are just in a reevaluation. You're really reviewing. My favorite book to recommend for people who are dealing with codependent issues, obviously, Codependent No More is a great book. You can get that on my Amazon shop. I also really, really, really love Byron Kate. Her books, she doesn't say that it's about codependency, but as I read her books, it was very apparent to me that she was teaching people who might be in codependent relationships. So I really like her work. She wrote a book called I Need Your Love, Is That True? And I think she wrote another book called The Work. I can't remember. They are on my Amazon shop, though. It's amazon.com/shop/Miss Angel Crystal, if somebody wants to try to spell that out, or you can message me afterwards. But all in all, air signs, it's just a time to look at your own addictions, your own relationship to things and people. You know what's interesting, air signs, I will say this, it doesn't feel like an action-oriented week. It feels like I'm going to be looking, observing, reviewing. Okay, that's kind of how it is. Hello, Madhu. Hello, Deanne. Hello, Tina and Jennifer. Michael, what's up? Awesome. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Thank you for tagging people in the comments. These are great love messages tonight. I wish I could just stay with the sweet, fairy, airy, love messages, but love is one of the most transformative energies on the planet. And so when we get messages like that, like check yourself, that is love actually in its benevolence, being willing to teach us how to become better people, right? Okay, earth signs are next, and then we'll do water. So if you are a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, these cards are for you. Welcome in everybody who's coming in now. I just got a surge of people, so you guys are sharing. Thank you so much. We are doing love readings tonight, and we are about to hit up our earth signs. Here we go. Children. I don't know if I have ever drawn this card live. I've done this for years. This is not a common card. Interesting. We got some new people in. Your love life is being affected by children, okay? This could mean a myriad of things. I don't even want to go in. You guys know what this means to you, okay? This could literally mean so many things, okay? Just know that children are a factor in your love life right now. We will get specific with the signs here with the Modern Mystic. And if children are not a factor for you, this could really be, I've got a couple things going on in this card. Some of you are dealing, sorry, I'm getting all this information at once. I'm just telling everybody's guides to slow down for a second. There's a lot going on with you earth signs. Really? Okay. First of all, we've got some dogs on the card. Those always represent loyalty and camaraderie and friendship. And so some of you might have childhood friends who are coming back into your life, and this is affecting your love life. The other thing is that some of you grew up very fast. You didn't really get a chance to be a child or be like a child. And one of the things that love does teach us is how to be silly and playful and flirty and fun. That's just the nature of love. And so if you are a very serious person, you might be struggling a little bit with love, or if you grew up really fast, if life made it so that you had to grow up really fast, little children know love very well and they give it freely. And so if you matured or if you had to grow up really fast, you kind of missed out on that. And so love is actually coming to you now and asking you to lighten up and be like a child and let what I always say, let your geek flag fly, right? Like, be silly, be geeky. You know that you're with the right person if you can just let your hair down and be a big nerd and be yourself. And, that's a big message here for the earth signs. Okay, here we go for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. I feel like there's some family issues going on big time with some of you. Big time family issues. Perhaps some of you have been melding families and it's been really hard. So Capricorn, you're burned out. You are burned out. This is my 10 of fire card. The fire is taking out the whole forest. You're burned out. You're tired. You're overloaded. You've been taking on too much responsibility. So I'm going to read this a couple ways. If you have children, your children are just like, hi, it's summer. Where do you go during the day? Because I need a break. I've been there. For some of you, if you don't have children, I feel like you are kind of in that category I was just talking about, where you need to lighten up and be silly like a child. You know, the adult responsibilities have really gotten to you. This is common for Capricorns, by the way. You guys are so serious. Even when you think you're being playful, us Libras always look at you and we're like, you know what? Let's actually go play so that you know what this is. So, yeah, some of you are just being way too grown up right now, and love is asking for you to lighten up. Others of you just need a break. You need a break from your family. You need a break from your kids. You're just like, how am I being a romantic person if all I do is sweep and wipe noses, right? Taurus, you've got the King of Earth. Again, I'm going to say the same thing. Some of you have grown up too fast. It's all about money and career right now. And maybe you've been so career-minded that you've kind of lost track of your inner child and even your own children if you have them. Children really can open your heart. So if you don't have children, Taurus, I suggest you go hang out with some. Go sit at a park and watch them play. Watch how they interact. Watch how easy it is for them to make friends with each other and just start playing. If you have children, you really do need to go and spoil your kids. The King of Earth indicates that you've got maybe a little bit of money, maybe a little bit of time, a little bit of attention to your kids, okay? But most of all, I just think so far from my earth signs, this is really kind of like your love life is being affected by your non-childlike way. And again, you guys, this is just a week. So if you're like, what is she talking about? I know how to have fun. Okay, well, have you lately? That's all I'm going to say. Virgo, you've got the leap of faith. Oh, honey, somebody's pregnant. It might be you, and you're like, oh my gosh, like this is like finding out that your life is about to massively change, right? And it's so good. Some of you are taking a leap of faith and marrying people who have children. Some of you are finding out that you or someone you know is pregnant, and it is going to change their life or yours exponentially. It's a happy blessing, and it's a blessed change, and it's beautiful, okay? Children bring blessings. Babies bring blessings. That's how it works. This is a lot of anxiety about jumping into the unknown. This could be a first child, or maybe you just found out that the person you're dating has like a kid and you're like, oh my gosh, right? Like it's a little bit of a shock. But I also think, Virgo, if you're honest with yourself, this might be something that you've been kind of wanting secretly. Now, the other thing about the Leap of Faith is that the Leap of Faith card is the Fool card in the regular tarot. And that really elicits a lot of childlike type of innocence, the power of naivete, if you will. Just kind of like this, I'm going into the world with these childlike eyes, innocent, I have no judgment, and I'm just going to allow the world to open up before me. It reminds me of the book, The Alchemist, if you guys have ever read that. I love it because the main character of the book, this boy, is just this naive person, but he just goes on this journey. And that's kind of what it feels like for you, Virgo. I highly recommend reading The Alchemist. It's a great book. So just looking at earth signs, I just want to tell you guys to lighten up, go have some fun, go eat some ice cream, screw your diet. I'm a nutritionist that's saying, screw your diet this week. Seriously, go have some fun. Go sidewalk chalk, go swing on the swings, go ride your bike, and go hang out with some children. This is going to open your heart. And believe it or not, that will affect your love life in really good ways. It will get you into that silly, romantic mood. So, all right, last but not least, we have our lovely water signs. And then I will draw one last card for the whole community, everyone who stayed the whole time. Where are we at? Only 25 minutes? We're doing great. All right, here we go for water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This message is for you right here. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. I'm going to read this two different ways. Group one, if you are in a relationship, if you are having problems, do not suffer by yourself. Don't. Go sit down with a trusted friend. Go talk to somebody. It might be someone you work with. I don't know what it is, but you need to confide in somebody and get some help from them, some advice, even a listening ear. You know, it's really powerful when we say things out loud, when we actually hear ourselves say things. It brings some reality to your situation. If you are single, group 2, okay, if you're single, you need to let people know that you're ready to date. You know, sometimes we make that decision, right? We're like, I'm ready to date. And then you're like, where is everyone? Well, did you really make it known? Like, tell people I'm ready to date. Put it out there. Tell your friends I'm taking referrals. I'm taking referrals for, you know, possible lovers. So this is just about really being open and willing to count on others to help you. All right. So let's get specific with our Cancers, our Scorpios. I'm also going to say this. A lot of you water signs are such good counselors and you don't even know it. You might be having people come to you this week with their issues and their problems, and you can take it. You can bring them into your arms. You can give them good advice when it comes to their relationships, okay? So let's see Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Cancer, you've got the 3 of Fire. So this is definitely you and 2 other people. This is a group of people that are going out and you're going to go have some fun. I think you're going to be going on a double date if you're single, or if you're coupled. Why not go on a double date, right? With the person that you're with. This is kind of putting yourself out there. The 3 of Fire really talks a lot about expanding and exploring. So if you're single, you're expanding your circle of influence in the dating world. We say that a lot in the business world, right? Expand your circle of influence. Well, apply it to your dating life, okay? So this is really good. This is really good. Explore, expand, let people set you up on blind dates, Cancer, okay? And the same thing applies to you. There might be somebody else in your life. It could be a fire sign. That would be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, who wants you to set them up or who needs some help from you, like a little nudge, you know, in the right direction. Cancers, you're always so sweet to do that. You know, what's that song? Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. That could be you this week. Scorpio, you have the same card as Virgo, right? Wasn't this Virgo? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. So there could be a connection between you and a Virgo. Okay, Virgos, you and Gemini. When you guys pull the same cards, there's just a connection there. Okay. So, but for you, Scorpio, this is really taking a big leap. Some of you might be seriously phobic about going online, going on Tinder or Matchmaker or whatever they're called. And you might end up doing that this week. Anything could happen with a leap of faith. You're taking a leap of faith. There might be a friend who wants to set you up with someone and you're like, fine, let's do it. Okay. You're just going to like leap into the unknown, and it's with your friends. They're like, hey, here's another thing. If there's a group of people that are doing something, or somebody that's like, hey, I'm going on this trip, or I go to this club, Pilates class, whatever, and they're inviting you and you've never done it before and it's not something you would normally do, just do it. Just do it. Nike swish. Just do it. Okay. Jump in, Scorpio. If you're in a relationship, you guys need to do something new. You need to go find a couple to hang out with. You know, go on a double date. You know, it's funny when you go out with other couples and then you see what they do for fun and you're like, oh yeah, we could do that too, right? Pisces. I'm going to read this 2 different ways. Okay. We've got the 2 of Earth. 1, you might be balancing 2 different people and you're like, I don't know how to date more than one person at a time. Like you're feeling a little bit like you're juggling, or maybe more than 2 people. And so you're going to have to make a decision soon about who you like. And that's probably where you want to ask your friends and the people around you for their advice on what decision to make. Others of you are really worried about your finances right now. So you're like, I just do not have the money to date. I just don't. So that's where going out with a group of people might be really handy for you. where it's like, oh, if we're a group of people, I can just pay for myself, but I can still be meeting people. Money's an issue here for you, though, Pisces. A little bit worried about that. And that's why even if you're the one that gets the group together, it's not like a date, but you're like, let's just get a group of people together and let's go up the canyon, or let's go to a movie or roller skating or something, or if you meet up with a group of people, that might be the best way for you to date right now, because you just feel like maybe you can't afford another person. Or if it's a group activity, usually they're a little bit less expensive. All right. So juggling a lot of people, or you're just a little bit worried about finances. Overall here, though, for my water signs, this is just a really good time for you to ask other people for help. So wherever you are in your love life, whether you're coupled, whether you're single, wherever you are, I want you to start asking yourself, who do I know? Who do I know in my circle that could really help me take my love life to the next level? And let them help you. Okay, last but not least, we have our group reading. I started doing these, for a couple of reasons. One is I like to keep people on, and it's not even for a selfish thing. Literally, your angels, and I didn't say that tonight, but I usually say it for our big general readings on Sundays. Very often I'll be reading for someone else's sign, and you'll get a feeling, right? And then you get into your head about it, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not a Taurus, but that Taurus reading really applied to me. What do I do? And then I get all these messages afterwards. I always tell people to stay the whole time, because there is a message here for you today. If it wasn't during your sign, you never know. You actually have all the signs in you somewhere on your chart. So, all the planets were somewhere, when you were born. And so you might just be more influenced by that sign right now. And that's where that message came out. So I hope that made a little sense there. Ooh, Rose. Okay. Well, if you got the leap of faith card, always use discernment, but there was your guidance. All right, here we go. I'm going to draw one last card here for the whole. This is for our community, and I'm just tapping into everybody's hearts. And, if you felt like I didn't really get a message for you tonight, this very well could be for you. Release your ex. This comes up most of the time. This is a really hard thing to do. Unless it's not, right? Some of us can move on fast. Release your ex. The time has come to release your past energy. I'm going to leeway here and put a little shout out for my program. If you're having a problem, like if you feel like you still think about your ex, you still wonder about them, you go check on their social media, or maybe you work with your ex and they're in your face, or maybe you share children with an ex and you just can't get them out of your life right now. This program right now is phenomenal. It's to release your ex and move forward with love. It is a 5-step program. It's a step program to help you release your ex from your energy. Did you know that you keep your ex's energy in your body, in your frequency, in your field? Anyone that you've been really intimate with, that you've been like this with, it's in there, right? And so we need to release their energy from us. Otherwise, we keep thinking about them. It feels like unresolved karma, and if you're trying to move forward with love, it's really hard for a new person to come in if you're still holding on to the other person's energy, if you haven't quite let it go properly. So there are some ceremonies and releases in here to help you let go physically out of your body, energetically from your auric field, from your heart as well. And, here are the steps: acceptance, action, forgiveness. Yes, of course, I'm going to walk you through that. Development and renew. And I'll tell you what, that development step is amazing. Not only do you get this program that you can buy on my website, crystaldoty.com, but you can come into our Facebook group. There's a private Facebook group that you can be a part of. I do videos in there. We're all working together to work those steps together, and it's like a support group. I'm going to be talking a lot in that group about how to move on and how to date as a intuitive person, as a sensitive person, as any person. So there you go. If you guys needed to hear that, there it was. Remember, if you want a one-on-one reading, you can book that from my website as well, crystaldoty.com. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Have a beautiful Friday. I will be back here Sunday to do your big general readings. And until then, I am always sending you so much love, so much light, and everything right. Angel blessings, my friends. Goodbye, my sweet YouTubers.